Learning how to use flash properly is a major thing for any portrait photographer. Whether you're shooting weddings, portraits, glamour photography, outdoor portraits, school or sport photography, anything involving people, generally speaking, flash has a major part to play. Now, I've been shooting with flash for at least 40 years now, and I've tried many different things. I've tried lots of different flashes. You've seen me use flashes before, both on and off the camera. But this flash that I'm going to be using today is the best one I've ever used. This is the Neewer Z3. You've seen a review I did on the Neewer Z2. Well, this one is an upgrade. This one has 100 watts per second power. And that's one of the major things we look for when we're purchasing a flash. The more power you can get out of your flash, the more versatile it can be, and the more situations you can use it in. Now, we've got a fairly overcast day today, which is good in some ways and bad in other ways. I would like to show you the capabilities of this flash on a bright sunny day, because this flash will allow me to darken that background down so much better than the normal flashes that I use, which are mostly about 56 watt seconds. The power of this is a huge advantage. Another advantage of this, and a lot of flashes have this feature too, is the fact that we can turn it down really low. Being able to turn your flash down to a very low setting is an advantage as well, because often we need just a little kiss of light. I don't want a flash that only goes down to quarter power or eighth power, because I need to use other ways of toning that flash power down. So that's an advantage we have here. Now, this Neewer Z3 has a touch screen. It has a very visible touch screen. You can see here how easy it is to read this, and old men like me really appreciate that. But even younger photographers will benefit from having this beautiful, bright, easy to read screen. Now, we're doing a shoot today with Talisha. You know I don't do reviews of gear without actually using it in the field. So we've got Talisha coming along today. She's going to model for us, and I'm going to show you the capabilities of this Neewer Z3. Now, I just want to run through some of the advantages of this flash before we get into it. It's got magnetic attachment of accessories. I don't have magnetic accessories at the moment. Neewer sent me this little diffuser dome, which I'm going to be using for some of the shots today. We also have all of the usual things that a great flash will have. It has TTL, it has high-speed sync. This one has a great little feature where we can switch from TTL to manual flash on the side of the flash. We don't have to go into the menus and change all that sort of stuff. It's quite a heavy unit, it's quite bulky, but to get the power out of a flash, you need to have that bulk and that weight in there. You might be a bit surprised when you first try it out, how, not unstable, but how it's a different way of shooting with your camera, because there is a lot of weight on the top. Another huge advantage of these flashes, the Z2 and the Z3, is that you can use Godox X series triggers. You're not stuck into one system, one manufacturer's system. You can use the Godox triggers to fire these just the same as you could if you used a Neewer trigger. So that's a huge advantage. Another one is the flash duration. That's the thing that not a lot of people talk about when they talk about flashes. A high or a fast flash duration is a big advantage. The flash duration is how long the flash takes to put out the power that you need. This flash at full power has a flash duration of 1/500th of a second, which is faster than any of my other flashes, which means that it's much more easy to freeze your subject. At lower powers, this flash can give you a flash duration of 1/13,000th of a second, which is hugely beneficial. If you're shooting high-speed photography, if you're shooting someone moving, you can do all of these things much more easily with a flash that has a fast flash duration. So you can see reviews. There are reviews of this flash online. I'm not going to bore you with all the specifics of it. Get in there and have a look at all of the features, all the technical features of this. We're going to get straight into the shoot and show you how versatile this flash can be, the Neewer Z3. What I'm going to do first is show you the difference in the power between my usual flash, which is about 56 watt seconds, and this new Neewer Z3 flash. The difference is that the power of the flash will allow me to darken the background down a lot more, because the light on Talisha needs to be modified by the flash. I'm going to use both of these flashes on full power, and the difference will be the darkening of the background. Now, we've got an overcast day today, so it's not really essential to darken that background too much, but if we had a bright sunny day, I'd be shooting into the sunset here, and it would make a really big difference to darken that sky down and get some really great colour. So what I'm going to do first is take a shot of that background. My background exposure is f8. This is a shot you can see of that background. It's reasonably well exposed. Now we're going to add the flash in at full power. So I'm going to get Steph to hold the flash for me. She's my voice-activated self-propelled light stand today. She's going to hold it up a little bit above. Yep, and aim it down at Talisha. Yep. Okay, lovely. Here we go, Talisha. Yep. So that f8 setting that gives me my background is just perfect for the flash distance at full power with my 56 watt flash. Now we're going to put the Z3 on, give it to Steph at the same distance and the same full power and see the difference it makes. Okay, there you go, Steph. Wonderful. Now we've got Steph standing at the same distance from Talisha. My background exposure is going to be just the same at f8, and you'll see the difference in the light that we get from this 100 watt second flash. Okay, Talisha, here we go, yeah. Okay, you can see by that Talisha's way overexposed because of that extra power from this light, which means that I can reduce my background exposure down to probably f16, and that's going to give me a darker, deeper, moodier background by virtue of the fact that I've got more power out of that flash. Going to drop this down to f16. Here we go, and we do it once again. Okay, lovely, here we go. Yes, so you can see the difference there. That looks amazing. Really moody background, great sky tone, because I can darken the background down by virtue of the more powerful flash. We'll do a couple more shots like this, guys, because it looks really good. That's it. Okay, yep. Terrific. Okay. Just turn your face towards the flash a little bit more. Yep, and just tilt your head down that way for me, Talisha. Yep, eyes to me. Yeah, great. That's it. Going to move in closer. Yeah, that's it. Now you might not want to darken that background down that much. That's fine, but you have the capability to do it now because of this 100 watt second Neewer Z3 Flash. I mention these brands too much. I sound like an advertorial sometimes, but it's a great flash. Okay, we're going to get that sunlight in the background. I'm going to drop this camera down a bit, Talisha, but I don't want you to look down at the camera. I want you to look straight over towards the table over there. Okay, here we go. Yes. Yeah, lovely. Maybe some hands up or something, yeah? That's it, good. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna move in a bit closer. There we go. Yeah, eyes to me. Yep, good. Okay. Just check for ants and things so you don't stand on anything. Okay, Steph. I'll turn that down now. Now we're going to go to the other end of the spectrum. I'm going to drop the power of this flash down to 1/256th power. That is because the available light here is quite nice. It's going to light Talisha in quite a flattering way, but most of this soft light from the cloudy sky is coming from up high. Any light direction that comes down onto your subject is going to give her dark eyes. So I'm just going to use a tiny little pop of flash from this Z3 just to fill in that little bit of light in her face, and you won't even notice that the flash has been used. Well, you will, because you'll see the comparison. To drop the power a little bit more, I'm going to use this dome that just fits on the front of the Z3 magnetically, and that's going to drop that power down a little bit more. Because we know a dome diffuser like this will spread the light out to a wider spread, and therefore less of the light is going forwards. Now I'm not going to use the flash to start with, so just aim it over that way. I'm just going to do an available light shot of Talisha, which means I have to drastically alter my aperture here. I'm going to take it down to 5.6 at 1/160 and just see what we've got. Actually, that's a lovely setting there. That's a little bit too dark, so I'm going to open up a bit more. We're going down to f4. Okay, lovely. Yes. Okay, that's quite good. Now we're going to bring our flash in. That's it. Maybe over closer to me, Steph, because I want that flash to be fairly frontal onto Talisha. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Yes, great. So you can see that slight difference in Talisha's face. Her eyes are just lit up that little bit more and it looks a more acceptable light, but it doesn't look unnatural. You can't look at that and say that's flash. One little subtle thing it will do is also to put a tiny little catch light in Talisha's eyes to make them sparkle a little bit more. Now I could have shot that with the flash on the camera. It's just that we've got it off camera at the moment. I don't want to muck around changing it on and off camera, but this is a great flash to use on or off your camera. I'm using the Neewer trigger at the moment, but as I said, you can use the Godox one as well. The Godox X series will work just as well. Good stuff.
Do you want me to stand in there?
No, not in there. We'll do the other one later. So just standing there will be good. Here we go. Yes. That looks great. Maybe turn your face that way. That's where the light's coming from. Yeah. Okay, eyes to me. Yeah. Wonderful. Yep. Yes. Just looking out over there. Yes. Terrific. Okay, that's great. That'll do those. Now we're going to use some modifiers on the flash. We've just been using direct flash at the moment. We're going to use the softbox on the flash, just a small one, to soften that light down a little bit. There we go, that's about the right height. Actually, is that good enough to stand on down there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Don't go too close to the water. Okay. And Steph, maybe up in front of that grass there. Okay, so we're going to try a couple of different modifiers here. What we've got is the softbox, the Neewer softbox. Steph, can you turn it around to show the viewers at home? We've just got an inner diffuser in there. We haven't got the outer diffuser here. So it's going to drop the power a little bit from that flash, but not too much. We're going to use a number of different variations on the softbox and you'll see the differences that it makes. We've got Talisha down close to the water here. Now, lately in Newcastle, we've had a few crocodile problems. Here in Australia, we do have a few issues with crocodiles, as you know. Talisha's been quite brave down here, standing right next to this waterway, because you can never tell around Newcastle what things are lurking in that water.
Thanks.
Okay, lovely. I'll try and be quick. Okay?
If you feel a wind go off, it's probably right.
All right, lovely. Here we go. Yes, beautiful. That's it. Yep, so that head forward, yeah, that's it. Great. Okay, look out. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was a stick. That's okay. Maybe turn away from me, look over your shoulder at me.
I thought you were giving me directions.
Just turn around towards the water. Yep.
Yep.
That's it, and then turn around and look at me. Yeah, that's it. Lovely. Okay, yeah. All right, back around the front. Lovely, I'm just going to drop the camera down a bit. There we go. That's it. Yeah, terrific. So look at that beautiful light. We've just got a small softbox here, but that Neewer Z3 looks amazing. We're going to alter this now by putting the larger diffuser on the front, and you'll see the difference that makes. I'll have to probably open up my aperture a little bit because to compensate for that extra diffusion layer.
Just trying to get it down for you so it reaches.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I've got to remember to suck my gut in. So we're going to do a shot here with both diffusers in. Both diffusers will take a little bit of light from that flash, but because we've got plenty of power from this Z3, it won't be a problem. My settings for these shots, I'm going to use 400 ISO all day because it's a fairly dark overcast day. So 400 ISO, my aperture at the moment's at f4, and my shutter speed's at 1/160. I'm not doing any high-speed sync here. This is just normal sync because that's all I find that I ever need. I don't use high-speed sync at all because it just doesn't work for the sort of work that I do. Okay, here we go. Wonderful. Just doing waist-up shot. Yeah, lovely. Couple of smiley shots.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're serious sometimes.
I can tell you're just dying to smile there. That's it. Lovely, Talisha. Yeah, that's it. Good. Okay, straight around to the front. Yep. And maybe bring the light over here, Steph, a little bit. Yeah, that's it. That's great. Yeah. Good. Turn your face around to that shoulder. Yep, eyes to me. Good. You can see that light is a little bit softer. It's a little bit more flattering on Talisha's face because the larger our light source, the softer it's going to be. We're going to use a really large softbox later on when we start shooting around sunset, and that's going to give us an even softer, more flattering light. What we're going to do now is put the grid on. The grid will concentrate that light a little bit more. It doesn't make the light any harder. All it does is control the spread of light. So I'm going to do one shot without the grid to show you the spread of light, and then we're going to put the grid on and you'll see the difference. Okay, so this is going to be a full length shot. Yep. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yes, wonderful. Yep. All right, that's good. Now we're going to put the grid on. We'll concentrate that light a little bit more onto Talisha. So you stay where you are and you stay where you are. I'll go and get the grid. So we've got our grid on now. We've got all of the light sucking options on this softbox. We've got two diffusers which are going to suck a little bit of light. We've also got that grid which is going to reduce the light coming out of it as well. So I'm just going to turn the power of the flash up a little bit because we can. I'm on 1/8 power at the moment and I'm going to turn it up to half power. That should get us close. All right, Talisha, lovely. We'll do a wide shot again so that we can see that grid concentrating that light. Yeah. Yep. Now because I'm on F4, I need to be careful of my focus. So I just focus on Talisha's eyes. Then I drop my camera vertically. And there we go. That's great. Okay, that flash is reasonably subtle, but it's enough. I could darken that background down more and make Talisha stand out in that landscape, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to drop my aperture down to, I'm on F4 at the moment, so I'm going to drop my aperture down to F11, which is really going to darken that background down. I'm going to turn my flash up to compensate up to full power. There we go, and we're going to get Steph in a little bit closer. Okay, you can see the effect of that. That's amazing. Now I'm going to move in a bit closer and you shoot a bit more wide angle. So Talisha, I just want you to look over there for me. Focus. Here we go. Okay, wonderful. You can see the effect that that has. It looks amazing. Because we were in control. We got that extra power from the flash so we can darken our background down as much as we want. What I'm going to do now is put another Neewer flash in the background to backlight Talisha in the same situation. So I'm going to use the Z2 in the background. For this shot, I'm going to use the Z2 in the background, but I need some way to hold it. I don't have another light stand, so I'm just going to use this little foot that comes with your flash, and we're just going to slide it on there, tilt it up slightly, and that's going to backlight Talisha. I need to be careful to try and hide this in behind her so it's not so visible, but we should be fine. So Talisha, I want you just to put your knees, push your knees together. That's it. I'm going to hide that flash in behind you. Yeah, wonderful. That's it. No, that's nice. Here we go. Yes, gorgeous. Moving in close. A couple of smiley ones. Yeah, great. Okay. Yep, I'm going to do a full length one. So just looking out between Steph and I. Yep. There's that flash. Just keep those knees together again. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Here we go. Whoa, can see that flash. Okay. Cool. We're going to move over close to the water now, and hopefully we get a bit of colour in that sky. Okay, so we're here shooting some shots down closer to the water now. We've got a bit of sunshine coming through. I wanted to take my base exposure of my background because our camera settings determine the background, and then we'll adjust the flash power to get the light on Talisha. Okay, so just do a shot of that background. Okay, flash is still firing, but that's okay. That looks pretty good in that background, and the flash power coincidentally looks really good too. We might actually turn it up a little bit because we can. Okay. All right. Maybe getting a little bit closer, Steph. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Okay. Yeah, that looks great, Talisha. Okay, here we go. That wind blowing your hair looks amazing too. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay, stay there. I'm just going to do a full length one. Just look at the light for me. Yep. Great. Beautiful. Yep. Now I'm going to do a little bit lower because I love those low angles. Here we go. Yep. Great focusing. Here we go. Yep, got a beautiful trail of light in the background there. Okay, lovely. Now, we're going to go out on the jetty and do a few shots out there while we've got this sun working. Just collapse this Neewer softbox. It's quite easy to do. Here we go. And collapses right down. Fits in my little trolley. So we've moved, as you can see, to a larger softbox. We're going to give a softer light with this larger softbox. Neewer have large softboxes available as well. You can get them in any size. But what I want to do is to use the power in that Z3 to be able to fill up that softbox and still expose the background correctly. Okay. One tip, whenever I'm out on a jetty like this, I don't wear my stilettos because we've got holes in the jetty here that are really difficult. But I trust Talisha.
We'll make it work.
Yep, and she only has to stay dry for a few minutes. We're nearly finished. Okay, that's great. We've got that nice softbox in close. I'm just going to do a test shot, Talisha. Okay, my background's looking good. Talisha's a little bit bright, so I'm going to reduce the power of that flash down a little. Just down to half power. That's it. Yeah, that's great. All right, lovely. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, that looks great. Talisha, do a couple of horizontal shots. Try and keep your face that way a little bit. That's where the light's coming from, yeah? Do that again? Okay. Here we go. Try and look confident and composed.
Yeah, I'll try.
And not in any danger of any sort. Okay. We've had crocodiles today.
Nothing would happen, but I'd go down a little bit.
You'll be right, okay. I've told people I don't put my models in any danger, so we've got to make sure that you don't die until the end. Okay, that's great. Maybe can you move your feet so that your feet are apart like this?
Yep.
Carefully, yep. Yeah, that's good, great. Okay, yeah, love that. I've got to be careful of having masts coming out of your head because people will comment. Great, just looking straight over my shoulder here. Yep, drop that down. Yes, wonderful. That's it. Yeah, that smile, love the smile. Yep, that's it. I'd get you to do a bit of a dance, but I think you might disappear into the water. That's cool. Now, that part of the sky is much darker than the part I've been shooting towards. So I'm going to open up my aperture from f11. I'm going to take it up to f7, and that's going to brighten up my shot. It will also brighten up my flash, but I just need to check it and see that's okay. That's good. Yep. Yep. Maybe feet apart, facing towards me. Yep, that's it. That hip out. Yep. Turn your face. Yeah. It's good. Okay. Get that yacht in the background. Are you able to do a jump?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Jump up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We'll just. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Cool. Maybe face the light to do it.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to do like a hair flip?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Great. All right, that's all done.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you very much. Okay, it's so good when you've got a model like Talisha who can do all this stuff, and as long as it's not dangerous, we ask her to do these things. Whenever I ask a model to do something, I ask the question so she can say no if she wants to. Don't just bully your model into doing poses that she's not going to be happy with. So Talisha's happy. She's going to jump off the jetty in a minute. We're going to get a shot of her as she hits the water. So that will be really cool. So if you're looking for a great flash, this Neewer Z3 will be a great choice. It's so much less expensive than all of the comparable flashes as well, so you can get 2 for the price of 1. If you're interested in any other off-camera flash videos, have a look at this one up here or this one down here. I've got quite a lot of off-camera flash videos on YouTube, so have a look, see what you think, leave a comment. Tell me if I've done a good job or not. Tell me if Talisha's done a good job or not. She'll get paid more if she does a good job. I'm going to cut that bit out. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.